Hello and welcome. My name is Daffy Roth, and this is the Voice of Cards, the Beast of Burden. And in today's episode, we are going to be continuing on our journey. I believe that we were in the monsters' village. I haven't done any grinding for some of the stuff we missed. We still have that treasure chest we need to find somewhere. We'll get to it though. But with that being said, we will jump into this here. Give me one moment. All right. Hello and welcome. My name is Daffy Roth, and this is Voice of Cards, Burden for the PC. When we last left off, we were in New Terra, exploring, and we came across a town that is full of monsters, the fairy dust, and yes, we're monsters right now. So I'm sure we're going to get a talking to in how we're supposed to feel about monsters. So let's just get into it. Not sure what setup we have. I don't really remember, to be honest, but monster town. All right, here we go.
The monster offers you a ball and says, "I'm much too noble. Couldn't possibly play with something like this. Throw me something more valuable," the monster says, tail wagging back and forth out of a desire to play. "Here, fetch," you say, throwing something from your pack. The monster zips after it, tongue lolling with delight. The monster returns quickly, something clutched in mouth, but not what you threw.
Hey, I'll take this. I'll take that.
The monster's tail wags back and forth, and its tongue lolls out. You can tell it wants to play some more.
Here, keep giving me those.
"I'm so hungry," the bone monster says, theatrically patting the void where its stomach would be. It keeps stealing glances over at you. Polka signals to you with his eyes to just ignore it. The creature is clearly fishing for a response. Trollis, however, takes the bait. "But no stomach?"
Great.
"That's right," chatters the monster with delight, its joints creaking and cracking. "That's why I'm so hungry. It always goes right through me."
Aw, Trellis, you're great. Aw, that was a funny joke.
"Oh, so hungry," says the bone monster, theatrically patting the void where its stomach would be.
All right, well, let's check out who's in the inn.
The monster running the inn can sing a tune so sweet, it seems it'll have you sound asleep in moments and dreaming sweet, rejuvenating dreams. "How about a nice rest?" someone calls as you approach the inn.
Not right now. What with the armor?
The monster running the weapon shop explains that they sell weapons stolen from adventurers.
Alright, let's see what we got. I'm gonna wait because I do want to get to the achievement for the 50k, so we're almost there, and then we'll level up our gear.
After you enter the dimly lit shop, you notice its monster owner sighing. You ask if something is wrong, and it explains that it doesn't have enough dishes to feed the pets in the shop. After taking a good look at you, the owner asks, "Would you be willing to get a plate from the nearby village?" You don't especially want to help a monster, but Pulka convinces you by saying, "It probably wouldn't hurt for us to ingratiate ourselves to the locals."
Find a plate in the silent village.
All my darlings are so very hungry. Please, hurry,
Right,
the pet shop monster urges you.
Alright.
All the goods on offer have been stolen from one adventurer or another. The shopkeep impresses upon you just how useful they'll be.
Bet you they will be.
Someday, the monster says, trembling all over.
I think they don't have anything new, so... Nope.
The monster cackles ominously. I may have shed my earthly shell, but I haven't lost my love of games. This is the game parlor. A monster calls out, "Want to play cards?"
No, thank you.
"You're not gonna win contest like that," one of the monsters says breathlessly. The trio, when you ask what kind of contest it is, the monsters leap around and reply, "Jumping contest." "Higher, higher, higher," the monsters say, hopping and jumping with gusto as they practice for their jumping contest. With starry, lovelorn eyes, the sprite says, "How I wish to see him again." Upon hearing the details from her, you think the object of her longing sounds a bit like Legol. "Ha! As if," the monster snorts with laughter. With starry, lovelorn eyes, the sprite says, "How I wish to see him again."
Alright, let's head to the mayor's residence.
The doors of the magnificent mansion open, and a delightfully fluffy monster comes out. The monster says, "Spend all the time you want. Our village is yours." It looks as though this is the local mayor. The mayor looks at Polka in surprise, and then narrows his eyes. He explains that Polka reminds him a lot of a friend of his from long ago.
Giant cucumber?
Hoping to win the mayor over, Polka rattles off a lie. Yes, I'm his descendant. The mayor is apparently the credulous sort and is convinced. He offers a memento of his old friend.
Nice. Understand. Well, I mean, that's it, I guess. Let's equip that for him. Oh, I already have that. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? We have a lot of reading to do, actually. So let's do that. Characters. I think we're all caught up on characters, right? Old woman, I've been alone for ages, years, and it makes me oh so happy to cook for someone. Go on now, eat up. You know, my secret grants. Yeah, I think we already did this one. Fairies. A pair of monsters who can change their appearance at will. They love to talk and are always laughing together. They also argue from time to time, but quickly make up. An ice monster that lived on the cliffs couldn't take the loneliness and split itself into two. And as the two talked, they forgot which of themselves was a real one. Oh, that's interesting. So basically, the the Frost Primal was them. All right, monsters. Zero. And then they used seaside pets. This one. Devil wasps, if you're lost in the dark forest, beware of tiny red lights. They could be the flames of these vile, soul-sucking wasps. It's said that these wasps induce hallucinations of hope and despair in their captives. Agitated souls apparently make for a tastier meal. Orc wildling, proficient with weapons and armor, these orcs strut around like they own the place in a show of strength to their fellows. Such arrogance often results in exile from the homeland, so they wander aimless and alone in search of a place to sleep. Undyne, these sweet, gentle creatures are infamous for falling in love with human men and giving themselves over to them out of a sense of love, deeper and more profound than any lake. Oh, I guess I didn't unlock that one. Devil Toad, Dark Toad. Shadow, black bodies, blood moons for eyes, joyous are their reveries, fangs seek a sanguine prize. Slim fangs extinguate amidst a piercing scream, head lows, pulse abates, consciousness a fading stream. Oh, it's interesting. Mage Moth, a temptress called the Queen Ashwing, lives deep in the forest, the powdery scales she spreads about enthralls humans whom she takes to her nest. Troubled is the queen, the scales her wings shed never cease to captivate humans. Today, too, must she gather food for more hungry mouths to feed. Wyverns kill any human they see. There is no escaping their flesh-rendering talons. Their bone-snapping jaws is a horrific way to go. Wyverns were once friendly beasts. Only when humans began hunting them for equipment and materials did they grow hateful. Aquawalk, this fiend inhabits roadside pebbles, diving into the orifices of passerbys. Ugh. Those caught unawares inevitably breathe their last. In fact, this skittish creature secludes itself in its rocks out of sheer anxiety. Surprised someone passing by drives it from one hiding spot to another. Yeah, we did that one. The Frost Primal. My cliffs are impenetrable, fall and be flattened below. The crimson blossoms that bloom on white snow will surely be beautiful. Well, I guess I don't have the... Okay. Well, I think that covers it. Oh, so we're heading back to Silent Village.
You leave the village and quickly undo the transformation. You don't find it terribly enjoyable to remain in monster form.
Alright, let's take the walk. Oh yeah, we should definitely dig that up. Must know, must find out. You brush off the snow to realize something from the side. You say pull it from the snow before your hands turn ice to you. He does it.
You grab it and lean back, but it's bigger and heavier than you expected. You call for help, and as the adage goes, teamwork makes the dream work. You wipe the last of the snow away and come face to ice with a frozen monster. You keep moving, determined not to end up like that yourself.
Well, that was the wrong decision. Not yet. Alright, Undyne. Monsters. These sweet, gentle creatures are infamous for falling in love with human men and giving themselves over to them out of a sense of love deeper and more profound than any lake. I need to find myself an Undyne. In return for the devotion, they expect absolute fealty. Any man caught being unfaithful swiftly pulled to the lake bed where his corpse may be doted on for all time. Well, the good news is I don't cheat, so bring on the beautiful water sprite. Alright, we're looking for a dish, I guess. I think this is the inn.
This ruin looks as though it may have been an inn. Unfortunately, there isn't a single piece of dishware to be found. They must have all been taken already.
They're like a monster? Apothecary. Let's check out the sturdy building.
There is a single word written in crude lettering on the wall. Help. Highly unsettling though it may be, you carefully search the area and find a plate on the floor.
You obtained one plate.
Trembling, Legol says, "We got what we came for. No point sticking around any longer." He's not wrong. You could be attacked at any time by one of those shadowy creatures.
Oh, that's
you
right.
all agree to hurry back to town.
I did forget about those snowy the shadow creatures.
There is some laboratory equipment in the building, along with a cage. Legol says, "We've looked around here enough. Come on."
All right, friends, from here on out, I'm going to cut the battles out just for sake of time. But yeah, I've been kind of keeping them in this time around. It makes this easier to edit, but I had to wonder, did I get the level 3 Mothman card? Oh, or is it in collection? No, actually, I don't. I have the team start, so I need. Zarrock appeared. Seems primed to explode. Let's see what we get. I think if you roll 1 or a 6, you get the gold or the bag of gems.
To battle.
Otherwise, you have to fight. But they're a heck of a lot easier to kill than in the other games. Like, otherwise, there's always like one damage per hit. So appreciate the change in them. Also that their appearance isn't beholden upon an event.
Sometimes you... You use some of the fairy powder to change form into a monster and slip back into the town of monsters.
I hit up the inn. All right. Let's try.
The monster accepts the plate from you and immediately sets about preparing food for the pets.
Yoo-hoo, soup's up. I have a feeling that's gonna be humans.
You hear the shuffling of feet on the floor as the hungry pets answer the owner's call. But then you realize what the pets are. Humans.
Yeah, so I figured.
Eat up. You're all very, very important gifts, the monster coos with a smile.
Okay, so let's act as Legol, or let's act as Ale. She would totally blow her. Nope.
You can't turn a blind eye to this. This is barbaric. How dare you treat humans this way? You scream.
How dare you treat monsters that way?
The monster looks at you in surprise. What you talking about? You draw your weapon and brandish it at them.
We're just gonna kill the pet shop owner.
You've managed a clean victory over the pet shop owner. Your conviction is renewed that monsters are beasts to be despised for the suffering they cause humans. The people freed from the cages look terrified and are unable to even speak. Well, now what? Says Legol. Your reply is cool and composed.
We have to take down all the monsters in the town. It's the only way.
Polka agrees with your assessment.
Really?
We'll be found out before long, and there's little else we can do to save so many people. In a tiny voice, Legol replies, Yeah, right. He looks out of the shop window and surveys the town.
Beat all the monsters in town. You know what this becomes, right? Ethnic cleansing time. You were funny, Mr. Skellington. I'll give you that.
Battle time.
But joke's on you. Does this mean I can get everything in the shop for free?
Wish I could have eaten my fill one last time, the monster says, before issuing a particularly dry death rattle.
You know, it's funny, it says attack the monster versus attacked by a monster. Damn.
That's how it's done.
There we go. We got all of our money.
Maybe poetic justice, the Yeti says. These words are its last. Battle time. The monster lets out a clipped whine.
Aww.
And then lies down for the last time. The establishment no longer has anyone to attend it. To battle. Beautiful.
No gold because she never takes gold. That's funny.
At last, true rest, the monster says, before its eyes close forever.
That's kind of funny. Not that we're slaughtering a bunch of innocent monsters, but, you know, that the innkeeper never pay, you know, takes gold for
battle
rest.
time. I'm going to die without my revenge, the monster says, its final words oozing out before it passes on.
Yeah, still a beefy attack even without the critical at the end.
I've already lost my body. I know when to fold, the monster says, before giving up the ghost.
Gotta know when to fold. Attack the monster. Hopefully we fight all three. I haven't fight each one individually.
To battle.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
We practiced so much, the monster says. They have hopped their last. Battle time.
I like how the monsters are just letting, like, really watching us just stroll through the town, killing everybody.
I wish I could have seen him one more time, the monster says before issuing its dying breath. It looks like you've defeated all of the monsters in the village. You decide that there's no longer any need to remain in monster form and undo your transformations. But at that moment, a giant monster stomps up to your group.
Not letting you run amok any longer.
The monster's teeth gnash in fury. Seeing you and Legol has jogged something in its memory.
You people from Subterran Village.
Your eyes go wide hearing the creature's words. You remember that scar on its eye. It can't be. Was this the monster that attacked the subterranean village?
Maybe this. Why? I came back alive to avenge friends you killed.
Never would you have imagined you'd run into this monster here. You grab your weapon and let out a guttural scream. You have a history with this one, but don't lose.
Yeah, I had a feeling that. Well, this is gonna be a tough battle. 25 defense. Um. Ow, man. Do I have anything with defense down? I don't think so. I think I sold it all like an idiot. That's okay. Let's do this. Let's see here. Oh, what? Oh, it lowered his defense though, but I'll earn. Um. Jeez, dude, we're about to get murdered here. Capistan's cards are not in our favor. Yeah, let's do. Let's Okay, that's better. Finally. Deliberate. I think Poetic Justice, I get him as a card, but I need to really do Ale's cards because she's got this useless cards. For my family.
You stand over the fallen monster and raise your sword high. This is for everyone you killed. Looking at you, the monster speaks in a soft voice. What you did here, any different? The scarred monster destroyed your home, and now you've destroyed its.
Me, you, exact same.
Shut up, says Legol. He steps forward and thrusts his sword at the monster in your place. You shake your head and stop him. You know you have to do this yourself. You've had your revenge. Maybe killing this monster was the whole reason for this trip. Yet the monster's words stick with you, like a tiny bone lodged in your throat. Legol notices you brooding and speaks, his voice full of concern. Don't let it worry you. The village mayor comes over, looking at you as though he wishes to speak.
Bitch, kill him. Let him speak.
You decide to listen to the mayor. The mayor speaks in a quiet voice as he tells you how this town came to be.
This town was established to protect the entrance to special ruins, but the long years fulfilling that role all over.
After finishing, the mayor hands you a key to his residence.
Key to the Monster Town residence. It's scratched up like someone was munching on it.
He explains that the entrance to the ruins can be found in the basement of his home. There is something there, a truth you ought to know. He continues, now my duty is done. Will you kill me quickly?
I miss my friend. It's time I go to him.
You put your sword away. You have no desire to end the life of one who so clearly wants it. The mayor gazes at you, sadness swimming in his eyes, then looks up at the sky.
My life goes on. Again, hang on a little longer. Cypri. Well, that's not
You
why.
need to go to the mayor's residence and find whatever this truth is that you must know.
Not why I stayed my sword, but okay. You can now select the player cards in the main play multiplayer. Oh, okay. You fulfill the necessary requirements to unlock discard monster's flip side story. I'm gonna go kill the mayor. Alright, well, we'll save the mayor's residence for the next episode. Until then, yeah, I mean, I saw this coming. I mean, the story's been pretty predictable throughout, which is kind of sad. I mean, it's a good story, but it's like, okay, so far every town we've gone to, terrible things. And then obviously monsters is going to be the opposite mirror. So as for the truth, don't really have a prediction of that, other than that perhaps monsters and humans all come from the same source, that we're all the same and we're all just evil people. So other than that, friends, I am actually going to go out and farm a little bit. See if I can get some higher level cards. I still need to find the treasure in the ice mountain in the end wall. So when I do come across that, I'll definitely add that at some point. So other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Stay true to yourselves, follow your hearts, and stay healthy, because being sick sucks. So till then, friends, bye bye.